Anthony Joshua Fury fight. Will it happen? Well, the pressure is on. It doesn't look good. And where has Anthony Joshua been? We gonna talk about this. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Now, where on earth has Anthony Joshua been? Anthony Joshua has been very closed off, very quiet, very silent. This whole time, his promoter, Edward Hearns, is out there saying a bunch of stuff and this and that, saying he's going to target the fight for June. Now it's July. They're saying the contracts are signed. John Fury, Tyson Fury, they're saying the time is ticking. They're saying there's not, John Fury, particularly Fury's dad, said there's not that much time and time's a wasting. So Eddie Hearn got to ish or get off the pot, you know? And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Here's a clip from Eddie Hearn recently where he's, pretty much complaining and bemoaning to anybody who will listen, whoever's interviewing him. And he's basically saying that he's the only one putting in work and he's the only one actively trying to make the fight and meeting with investors and things like that. Play the clip. So you guys heard the clip. That's Eddie Hearns. And again, he's complaining, saying that Bob Arum, promoter of Tyson Fury in the U.S., and UK promoter who promotes Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, he said these guys are twiddling their thumbs while he gets to do all the hard work and meeting with the potential investors and trying to land the site deal. But I also don't feel any remorse for Eddie Hearns because I feel he's also the one that's super vocal and giving people false hope before the chickens hatch. You know what I'm saying? He's counting his eggs before the chickens hatch. And at the end of the day, I told you guys my opinion, that's not really wise. It doesn't make sense to have a fight and discuss the business while you're trying to handle the business. I'm gonna say that again for the slow people in the back. It does not make any sense to discuss the business while you are trying to handle the business. So what I mean is, if your business has not been concluded, you have not got, even if you claim you have signatures, you have not got one of the most important elements, an actual buyer. Eddie Hearn, he said he had 28 days to get this done. You still have a Wilder arbitration, right? These are all things going on. You have the hottest month in Saudi Arabia in July, which is the target date for the summer fight. Eddie Hearns is saying that he's the only promoter out of two teams, three promoters. He's saying he's the only one who is actually trying to make this happen. And, it sounds like he's sweating bullets. But at the end of the day, he brought this on himself. He brought this energy on himself. So it's just a lot of unnecessary pressure. You blabbermouth to the public. The public is holding you to your words. And it's just going to be an extremely bad look if this fight doesn't happen, because all the Eddie Hearn flunkies and, media, boxing media, they went along with all these things and said, Wilder rematch clause expired and Joshua Fury undisputed is next. And they've been saying it's going to happen in 1 week and 2 weeks and contracts are signed. You do all this. Again, it makes no sense to discuss the business if you haven't handled the business. And I think that's the best way to put it. If you're actively trying to reach an agreement, get solicit the buyers or investors who are going to put up the money, find a venue or build a venue. These are all things that I would imagine require attention to detail, and there's a lot of moving parts. So it just didn't sound believable that Eddie Hearn was constantly in the media doing interview after interview, updating the fans. And at a point in time, Frank Warren and Bob Arum, they kind of made it sound like the fight could happen next. But as things progress, maybe with the Wilder and Tyson Fury arbitration, you kind of seen Frank Warren and Bob Arum, Tyson Fury's representation, back off and not sound real confident and or just go radio silent that this fight could happen. And it got to a point where it's like Eddie Hearn is the only one pushing this vehicle. Like let's say the Joshua Fury was a car. We'll say a Prius, right? The car breaks down, you run out of gas. Bob Arum and Frank Warren are pushing with you and Eddie Hearn. And then now it's gotten to a point where they don't know. They're tired and they're at a point where they don't know where the gas station is. So they just stop pushing and they're just sitting there waiting on the curb. Eddie Hearn's pushing the car by himself. So we'll see. We'll see. But again, the title of this video, where's Anthony Joshua? How come Anthony Joshua is a black British fighter and he almost has no voice in his own career? What are his thoughts? I'm tired of hearing about Eddie Hearn's, Joshua is going to start camp and this and that. How come Tyson Fury, he comes out occasionally, he'll do an interview with BT Sport or whoever and really update the fans or his fans and give his side of the story and say this, that, and the third. And I'm stopping training. I'm going back to me drinking. I need to take a break. John Fury saying his piece, but it's like Eddie Hearn is the Geppetto, and it's like almost like Anthony Joshua is a puppet, and he's just sitting in the shadows, and we just have to hear from Eddie Hearn about what's going on. How come Anthony Joshua is not doing, anything, going on his social media handles, doing an Instagram live and saying, hey, I'm gonna whoop Tyson Fury, boom, boom, boom. I can't wait. I'm training for the fight. Why do we have to hear everything from Eddie Hearn? This whole ship seems like it is sunk, like it's not going to happen next. If I'm being honest, it seems completely broken. And at this point, I would rather hear from Anthony Joshua because he's a fighter. He's not a promoter. And I want to hear from him. I want to see him on tape and, be able to look at him speaking these things like, oh yeah, we're dangerously close and we got the da-da-da-da. It's like, take charge of your career, because at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn is representing you. And Eddie Hearn, at the end of the day, if you don't fight Fury, he's going to have you looking bad. But in the middle, Joshua just lies in the back and takes the back seat. So if this does not happen, he's still going to feel the wrath from the fans who are upset, who are disappointed because you're allowing Eddie Hearn to speak on your behalf and make all these promises that he might have to break. So at this point, I would rather hear from AJ himself, meet with me, to see what his 2 cents is on this whole matter and hear him, what he has to say about the Fury fight, or if he's going to fight someone else or whatever. But we'll see how it all plays out. Times are ticking, time's running out. We'll see. At the end of the day, use my link to get TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is an awesome browser extension. I've been using it for years. It will help your YouTube channel if you dig into it. I use it daily. I have it, you know what I'm saying? I pay for it. So it does help my channel when you guys click on that link because I sent you. But if you're serious about your channel, it takes money to make money, consider TubeBuddy. Drop your thoughts on this subject in the comment section. AJ, will he speak up for himself? And will this Joshua Fury fight happen next? I told you my opinion. It's just a matter of time. Plus, we got the Wilder arbitration. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.